The first thing travelers notice when they arrive in Slovakia is how few tourists there are. When you consider how many people come Prague to drink beer, Vienna to soak up culture, and Budapest to have a good time, Central Europe has so many visitors that many of them bypass Bratislava, which is a pity. The second thing that visitors to Slovakia are astonished by is how affordable it is to visit. Many people may exclaim, but I'll just add, it's really cheap here. You'll have a good time if you eat well, drink well, and have a good time. This is an excellent place to visit if you want to see beautiful buildings, amazing wildlife, and a variety of other things in Central Europe, but don't have a lot of money to spend. Even if you only have time for a day trip from Vienna to Bratislava, it's definitely worth it because the train and buses are both quite cheap, and the journey takes only an hour. It's a pretty nice thing because you can go to amazing bars for a quarter of the price and eat very good meals that you would get in Vienna for half the price. The stomach development you will experience while eating Slovak food is the third thing that will astonish you when you come here. The locals will feed you no matter where you are, whether you're skiing in the mountains or going to visit some of the bajillions that are here, and the food here is fatty, with pig and duck, and all the dumplings that are here. There's so much fantastic food that's here, but it's reassuring. When you're in Central Europe, between the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Austria, and Hungary, I find the Slovak people to be the kindest, nicest, and most helpful of all four countries. That is one of the best elements of it. Just talk to the locals. The cool thing about locals is that if they're 35 or 14 years old, they'll speak English. If they're older than that, it's a hit or miss situation, and grandmas and stuff like that may or may not speak English, but they'll be nice enough to help you along the way when they come here, as the people really love the folk. And when I talk about folk, I'm talking folk dancing, folk art, folk costumes, crafts, and stuff like that. The people, the Slovak people, love their Slovak culture. And you see that with the museums, with how much they care about their country, how much they cheer for ice hockey and stuff like that. But also you'll see festivals where it is about Slovak dance or culture or art or any kind of things like that. So if you're looking for some souvenirs, you can get some really good Slovak culture souvenirs when you are here. Now the next thing that's going to shock you, and you're going to love this if you're an outdoors person, is how much nature they have here in Slovakia. There's not a lot of big towns and big cities. Here in Slovakia, this is a nature lover's dream. When you come here, go to the high Tetris Mountains. Now the second thing is going to shock. When you come here, it is the stinky cheese. The things they do with the tourists when they are here is they trick them into having the stinky cheese. Now, if you see that, know that someone's trying to trick you there. It's a local cheese you have to have when you're here, and you should. It tastes good, but the smell is quite powerful. Now, the sheer number of castles in Slovakia, which number in the hundreds and range from ruins to full-fledged castles, astounds visitors. For example, in Bratislava, you can visit the Bratislava Castle, and just 10 kilometers away is the UNESCO World Heritage Site Spitz Castle. The eighth item that surprises visitors to Slovakia is right here in Bratislava, is a small European city with a lot going for it. It's cheap, small, and has fantastic eateries. The people are pleasant, there are many clubs and bars, and there are some gorgeous cathedrals and architecture to be seen here. It's interesting because when people think of Central Europe, they think of Prague, Vienna, and Budapest. So they either go that way or go to Budapest, Vienna, and Prague, leaving this one out. Don't miss it. You'll be surprised at how much you enjoy this location. Even if you only have a day or a night here, it is well worth it because good hotels are available at a fraction of the cost of those in Budapest or Vienna. The eighth surprise for visitors, especially some of my older tourist acquaintances, is that this is not Czechoslovakia. Don't use the phrase Czechoslovakia, since you might be surprised to hear that the Czech Republic and Slovakia split almost 2 decades ago. They're Slovenes, and here is Slovakia, which is its own country. They're divided. They're like brothers who have chosen to live separate lives. They're close today, but they're two separate countries. If you call them Czechs, they'll be surprised. Europe's east coast, this is Europe's geographic center. When Central Europeans, such as Dude Central Europe, look at a map, it can be a little perplexing.